Hey everyone, and welcome to Project Borealis Developer Update number 5. It's been some time since our last update, so we're excited to get you up to speed on what we've been working on. In this update, we'll be showing you how we've been designing and building levels for the game, demonstrating our latest progress on gameplay, and sharing some new concept art and general updates. We'd like to start by providing a look at our early level design progress. We've been busy working on a wide variety of levels for the game, and while we have multiple areas at different stages of development, we'd like to take you through one level in particular from its inception through to its current state. This level covers a section of our script where Gordon is forced to travel alone through perilous ice caves and abandoned tunnels. To get started, our concept artists used this section of the script to create initial storyboards and artistic pieces that set the mood and tone for the area. Using these drawings, along with real-world locations for inspiration, one of our level designers created top-down sketches of a proposed level layout. They detail the player's intended path, along with major features, obstacles, allies, and enemies encountered along the way. These sketches were then used to help guide the early in-engine design of the level, using basic shapes for quick iteration. These blockouts gave us a feel for the flow and layout of the level before more gameplay elements are added. We can place AI and play through the level to refine the layout and major features, iterating as we go. Once the level had reached a place where we were satisfied with the layout and flow, our concept artists jumped back in to create a new round of refined concepts. This time, the pieces were more specific, based directly on perspectives from the level blockout and detail what those areas might look like when filled with textures and props. Armed with both the blockout and concept art, the 3D team could now start creating assets, textures, and props to bring the level to life. This level has now had a first art pass, which focuses on tackling the most important features of the level. From here, our artist will continue layering details into the environment until the level is deemed complete. Since our last update, we've been continuing to refine the core Project Borealis gameplay experience across a wide range of areas. We now have early Combine AI implementation, improved physics, dynamic snow, graphics and audio enhancements, and much more. To demonstrate our progress, we'd like to share some gameplay from a level segment that sees Gordon infiltrating a Combine facility. Please keep in mind that much of what you'll see here is still a placeholder and not representative of final gameplay. Throughout the video, the music you'll hear is assembled dynamically by dividing the full track into its components and then layering them. This layering varies based on the current gameplay environment in addition to the player's location and actions. We know how important realistic physics is to Half-Life 2 and its episodes. With that in mind, we'd like to show you the latest progress on physics in Project Borealis. It's worth noting that we're planning to move from PhysX to Epic's new physics engine, Chaos, and AMD's new mesh deformation tool, AMD FEM, when they become available. These will allow us to simulate more advanced destruction, while also improving overall performance. First up, to enhance the visual impact of the gravity gun, the weapon now also affects items around the target while picking objects up and firing them. We've been experimenting with vortex mode for the gravity gun. Instead of picking up one object at a time, we've implemented an alternate fire mode where it can pick up and fire dozens of objects at the same time. Our physics systems are well optimized and can handle manipulating a lot of physics objects in real time. Here, we're demonstrating an extreme example with hundreds of objects. Because so much of this game takes place in the Arctic, we wanted to implement wind and air drag features in a way that realistically interacts with physical objects in a scene. Here you can see a room with wind blowing from one side to the other, pushing props and causing these light objects to float away. We can change the strength and direction of this wind in real time to simulate realistic Arctic conditions. We've also implemented an air drag system, which interacts with physical items in realistic ways, such as when launching an object with the gravity gun. To begin the process of migrating to the Chaos physics engine, we've been working on implementing NVIDIA Blast destruction tools into the game. Here we're using it to have glass shatter and break realistically when shot. We're currently working on other ways we can incorporate the technology into the game, such as through destructible scenery. A focus on optimization lets us implement these systems in a way that supports physics interactions between hundreds of objects in real time, and without significant impact on performance. This provides us the flexibility to explore new gameplay options that wouldn't be as easily achievable in older engines. In addition to the features we've outlined so far, we've also been spending time developing and implementing audio technology. We're making use of Steam Audio to handle reverb, occlusion, and spatialization, while also considering how sounds propagate based on their frequency. Lastly, we've got a lot of new concept art to share. We've only got time to show a couple of pieces in this video, but we've revamped the media section of our website with much more. One of the challenges of recreating models from games released over 10 years ago is taking lower resolution textures and interpreting details for high resolution models. In the case of Combine panels, for example, we needed to produce new concept art to visualize which features of the objects are rows of buttons, dials, switches, or vents. For Combine screens, we're working on a modular system that will allow our artists and level designers to easily assemble familiar Combine equipment arrays when building environments. Our concept artists have also been iterating on ideas for a new vehicle suitable for the game's Arctic environments. Starting out with a wide range of initial ideas and sketches, we've been refining and developing the most promising ideas over time. We now have a few options we can take forward to make a final decision. We've been working on many other aspects of the game since the last update, including graphical improvements, playtesting and finalizing movement, new visual effects, and an overhaul to our animation framework. Additionally, work continues on a variety of allied and enemy characters, some more familiar than others. Progress also continues on the Ravenholm tech demo, and we hope to have more news for you on this soon. Going forward, we'd like to publish development updates more frequently. We're planning to share shorter and more focused developer updates more regularly, both here on YouTube and in developer blogs on our website. We published our first developer blog this month, detailing the game's movement code, which we've now released under an open source license. As always, we're looking for talented people to join the team in a number of positions. If you're interested in learning more about a specific role, you can visit our website at projectborealis.com. where you can read more about each of the available positions. A direct link to the official Project Borealis openings page can be found in the video description below. If you see a role that interests you and you can lend a few hours a week to the project, we encourage you to apply. To stay up to date with the project, you can subscribe to the Project Borealis channel here on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our subreddit, or come hang out with us on our public Discord server. Links to these and more can be found in the video description below. Until next time.